Hello, fourth graders. Welcome to lesson 6.7, Problem Solving, Find Equivalent Fractions. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's lesson objective is I can make a table to solve problems using equivalent fractions. Please pause to write the lesson objective in your notebook. Let's begin by reading the Unlock the Problem. It says, Ayana is planting a flower garden. The garden will have no more than 12 rows. 3/4 of a garden will be daisies. What other fractions could represent the part of the garden that will have daisies? Okay, so we need to know, let's look at our question here. What other fractions could represent part of the garden that will have daisies? So daisies is 3/4, and we need to know what other ways we could title 3/4, what other equivalent fractions we could write of 3/4. So it says, what do we need to find? We need to find, that's our first word there, fractions. That could represent the part of the garden that will have daisies. We know that 3/4 of the garden will have daisies, and that we are not going to cut the garden into any more pieces than 12. So we don't want a factor that is bigger than 12. Sorry, I'm going to rewrite that. 3 out of 4, 3/4. Okay, and our lesson, our unit is I can make a table to find equivalent fractions to solve our problem. So let's think of some of the ways we could make 3/4. Well, if we multiply 4 by 2, so here's our example. We have our garden. It's split into fourths. So if I take that same picture, here's our garden. It's split into fourths. And now I'm going to split it in half. Now I have eighths. The part that is shaded in, my equivalent fraction for 3/4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/8. Okay, if I take that same picture, here's my, and I'm going to split it into fourths, just like I had before, but now I'm going to split it into thirds. So I'm going to go this way and this way. Okay, now I have equal pieces, and I have 12 total pieces. Then let's look to see how many are colored in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9/12. I can also use the multiplying math to see how I can get there. To get from 3/4 to 6/8, I multiplied both the top and the bottom by 2. To get from 3/4 to 9/12, I multiplied both the top and bottom by 3. So we could draw a picture, we could make a table, and we could use numbers to back it up. Let's read our question at the bottom of the page. It says, what other fractions could we use to represent the part of the garden that will have daisies? Well, we know that it's 3/4 to start off with, but we also proved that she could plant 6/8 or 9/12. And it couldn't be any bigger than that because it told us she can't plant any more than 12. So although we could find an equivalent fraction with 5s or with 10s, multiplying by 5s or 10s, that is, we would get a number bigger than 12. And that's all we wanted. We didn't want anything bigger than 12. We will practice this with another problem tomorrow in class. Great job, fourth graders. You're almost finished. When you're sure you understand this lesson, go back to your teacher's website and complete the exit slip. See you tomorrow.